In the previous video, we have discussed regarding the external features and internal features related to the midbrain. As we know that midbrain is divided into two parts, that is the cerebral peduncle part and the tectum part. And now we are going to discuss regarding the sections of the midbrain. The midbrain sections are taken at the two levels. That is, when we see the posterior surface of the midbrain, there are two colliculus, superior colliculus and the inferior colliculus. So we will take two sections, one section at the superior colliculus level and the another section at the inferior colliculus level. So two sections. Now when we take a section at the superior colliculus, it will be appearing like this. Here this part is the crus cerebri and this is the substantia nigra, and this whole part is the tegmentum part and behind is the tectum part. So this crus cerebri, through this the frontopontine, corticospinal, corticonuclear and the temporopontine fibers descends through this crus cerebri. And this is the substantia nigra, which is having pars compacta and pars reticularis part, and it is deeply stained because of the presence of neuromelanin. And next, when we go to the tegmentum part, you can see here this nucleus is the red nucleus, okay, in which the rubrospinal tract will come and end. The descending tract, rubrospinal tract, it will start from here, from this nucleus, and then it will like descend down into the next section of the midbrain and then to the pons, and then it will end up into the medulla oblongata. So like this, the different sections are there of the midbrain, pons and the medulla oblongata. So the tract, rubrospinal tract, it starts from the level of the superior colliculus, because anteriorly there is a presence of red nucleus, and through this red nucleus the rubrospinal tract, this descends down. So anteriorly we can see this, and here there is two decussation, ventral tegmental decussation and the dorsal tegmental decussations. And when we go just towards the lateral side, we can see the arrangement of three lemniscus in the tegmentum. So this lemniscus, this is the medial lemniscus, which is again ascending tract, and this ascending tract or the medial lemniscus is formed by the fasciculus gracilis and the fasciculus cuneatus. So this also ascends through all the sections. You can see here at the lower section of the midbrain, this one medial lemniscus, and here you can see in the pons medial lemniscus, pons upper section, pons lower section, medial lemniscus is there, and then it is starting from the medulla oblongata here. So it is ascending like this, medulla oblongata and then pons and then like midbrain, and here you can see at this level, this lemniscus is the medial lemniscus, which is formed by the fasciculus gracilis and the fasciculus cuneatus. And just posterior to it there is one more lemniscus. This lemniscus is called as trigeminal lemniscus. This trigeminal lemniscus, it is mainly formed by the trigeminal nerve tract, which connects the three nucleuses mainly. That is, it will go and end up into the mesencephalic nucleus present in the midbrain. So it is connected between the mesencephalic nucleus, principal pontine nucleus and the spinal nucleus. Principal pontine nucleus is present in the pons, whereas the spinal nucleus is present in the medulla oblongata. So it connects all these three nucleuses and forms a lemniscus, and this lemniscus is called as trigeminal lemniscus. And next, posterior to this is the spinal lemniscus. This is spinal lemniscus. See, again it is an ascending tract. Here you can see all the three lemniscus ascending So this is at the inferior colliculus level section. This is at the level of the upper pons. This is at the level of the upper pons. You can see all the lemniscus. Mainly there are 4 lemniscus present. So you can see all the 4 lemniscus which are like ascending from the medulla oblongata, and then they are like ascending till the midbrain, and they will end up into the thalamus. Few will end up into the thalamus, and like trigeminal lemniscus will end up here only in the mesencephalic nucleus. So this one is the spinal lemniscus. This spinal lemniscus is mainly formed by the lateral spinothalamic tract, anterior spinothalamic tract, and the spinotectal tract. Through this one more tract which will come and end in the tectal nucleus here. So here you can see there is a pretectal nucleus nearer to the superior colliculus. So from this lemniscus, the tract will come and end up into the pretectal nucleus. So the structures present in the tegmentum part are, here you can see the ventral decussation, tegmental decussation, dorsal tegmental decussation, red nucleus, and these 3 lemniscus. And here you can see this one. This is the medial geniculate body. This one is medial longitudinal bundle. This one is the medial longitudinal bundle which connects the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th and the 11th cranial nerve and helps in the motor functions. And this one is the oculomotor nerve nuclei, 3rd cranial nerve nuclei, which is present at the level of superior colliculus. Along with this, one more small nucleus is there, that is called as Edinger-Westphal nucleus. So this is the oculomotor nerve nucleus, and this is the mesencephalic nucleus of the 5th cranial nerve, and this is the pretectal nucleus. So from anterior to posterior side, when we see red nucleus, medial longitudinal bundle, oculomotor nerve, Edinger-Westphal nucleus, mesencephalic nucleus, and the pretectal nucleus. So like this, from anterior to posterior side, all the structures are there, and these 2 are nothing but the spinocerebellar tracts running. So this is the section at the level of the superior colliculus. In the same way, there is a section at the level of the inferior colliculus also. So this is the section at the level of the inferior colliculus. Here we can see this is the red nucleus, okay, as it goes and ends up into this is the rubrospinal tract which goes and ends up above in the red nucleus, okay. And when we go to the lateral side, here we can see the medial lemniscus, trigeminal lemniscus, spinal lemniscus, and when we go here and see, this is the lateral lemniscus, okay, which will come and end up into the inferior colliculus. And this inferior colliculus is attached with the medial geniculate body through the inferior brachium. So like this, the structures are arranged. Rubrospinal tract, medial lemniscus, trigeminal lemniscus, spinal lemniscus, lateral lemniscus. So totally 4 lemniscus are there like this, and the rubrospinal tract, and we can see the tectospinal tract, okay. We can see the tectospinal tract, and behind that median longitudinal bundle, and here we can see this nucleus, and this nucleus is the nucleus of the 4th cranial nerve, trochlear nerve. So like this, the structures are present at the level of the inferior colliculus. Here this is the corticospinal tract running from the superior colliculus, inferior colliculus, then pons, and then end up into the medulla oblongata as pyramid. So like this, the structures are present at the superior colliculus level and at the inferior colliculus level from the anterior to the posterior side.